But there's Parente. So
now then, interestingly, our stato, Sean Kelly, reckons that on corrected time, Alvaro 2.5 seconds behind Maldonado.
Well,
so
needs to be a good stop.
And Alvaro needs good, fresh tyres on the back. Don't forget, they will be 15 laps.
Too slow.
15 laps fresher than Maldonado's. There's Maldonado, goes by.
Yeah.
And he'll take the lead, but Parente has now got 3 laps on brand new tyres. He was lapping quicker than Maldonado anyway, who we saw was a bit of a dead duck. A 2:01 last lap for Maldonado.
Yeah.
And here comes Parente. Okay, Alvaro can win this, but Maldonado and Grosjean first now and third. And this is Parente's for the taking. He's got fresh tyres and 3 laps of Spa-Francorchamps, and the gap is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds maybe.
Big ask, I think.
All right, well, Maldonado and Grosjean were 7 seconds ahead, so he's in there, 5.5 to 6 seconds perhaps, the gap between them. Okay, now the chase is on. This is almost like a wet-to-dry race, isn't it? You've got the one driver on slicks with more grip catching the guy on worn-out wets. It's a similar sort of parallel. Now what Parente cannot possibly do with is actual rain. And Arabadjev now trying to defend a little too hard. And I'm not sure.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. That is Les Combes. That's the old road. That's the old track there that headed off down towards Master, the 160-mile-an-hour kink past the farmhouse and all the rest of it. And Arabadjev, helpfully for the marshals, rolls almost completely off the track. And this is where it starts. This is where it starts. Cecotto comes through. This is at La Source.
Yeah.
And that is Van der Garde trying to get through as well. And behind him, Gonzalez. And up the hill. In fact, it wasn't Gonzalez, it's that the racing engineering car. They're fanning out on either side, and Arabadjev a little bit in a sandwich, and actually catches himself out under braking, doesn't he?
Got his left-hand tyres on the curbs and just put a slightly different load across the car, and it dragged him off into the barrier. It didn't look like quite a wheel to, quite a straight-on collision. So. And he must have lost the engine, because I think he probably could have kept going, actually.
2 laps, I think he had enough of a clout that he decided he'd just roll off there. I think the marshals probably beckoned him in. 2 to go then, and just getting by Max Chilton in the right place is our leader, Pastor Maldonado. 5 seconds exactly in front of that dark figure in the background, Alvaro Parente. Right, 5.046, let's give him the 46 thousandths. That's only the difference, half the difference between pole and second on the grid in a Formula 1 race. Maldonado, 2 laps. He's got to defend a 5-second lead over Parente. Last lap, Maldonado a 2-minute flat, Parente a 2-minute 22. But behind Maldonado, Grosjean did a 1:59.7. You've got to assume that Parente will be in the 58s at very worst. So he's got to go 2.5 seconds a lap quicker to get Maldonado at the bus stop on the last lap to gloriously win on his return. It's a great story, and there's definitely the chance it could happen.
Yeah, I mean, the end of the pit stop for him, unfortunately, was just a little bit frantic, and purple middle sector for Alvaro in this lap. So that's the best sector, middle sector, done by anyone of the entire race. So
and it was 2 seconds quicker on the first sector of the lap than our race leader, Pastor Maldonado. A 35.3 first sector, a 33.3 first sector, and that is new tyres, and he's got 2 or 3 laps on new tyres, and he's left it till he had 2 or 3 laps.
Yeah, I think it's still going to be a fairly big task for him, but the right rear tyre was just a little bit slow going on, then the rear jack man was just a little bit slow.
Look at the background, it's raining heavily down at Master. Is it going to be raining to greet them at Les Combes? Gap at the line. Oh, come on, timing screen, update yourself. It's much less than, it's 2 seconds. Now, he was 2 seconds quicker in the first sector on the previous lap. This is definitely an epic chase for Pastor Maldonado, a 1:58.6. Still not the fastest race lap. He set that earlier, I think, in the race, but here he comes. Now, this is like you know, he's chasing a back marker almost, because Maldonado giving away time left, right and centre, and can afford to give away the race if he has to. If it's crash or win, he'll give it away.
That's right. Alvaro's just really on top form here, and as you say, making use of that extra grip he's got. So let's hope he manages to get up behind him before this last run to the bus stop. Could be very interesting.
Parente 16th on the grid, and he's within a second as they come out of Rivage and down towards Pouhon. And he is closing hand over fist. Max Chilton, incidentally, we saw a moment or two ago on wet tyres. Not going to be needed, though. Look at the sunshine here. Yeah, okay, that was just an Irish thing. Oh, here we go, come on, this has got to be done, surely. What a great story for Alvaro Parente to come back here and to put Coloni into the winning circle. And Maldonado has got nothing left to fight with, has he?
No, he's either playing this very cool, or he just hasn't got anything left in the bank.
Here we go. This is all what it's all about. Up the hill for the final time. Maldonado will try desperately to defend it at the bus stop, and Parente has got one shot at victory here. He's so much closer. Here he comes. If he throws it at the inside, Maldonado will let him go, but the Venezuelan has got a couple of feet in hand as he squirrels round, and Alvaro Parente is going to be right behind him at the line. Second place behind the winner, Pastor Maldonado. Wow, what a finish for Alvaro Parente, and Maldonado just clings on. He's lucky that it was not Milos Pavlovic behind him, because he would have gone over the curbs on the inside and had him out the way.